So good afternoon and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk. This is our 39th Global Connectivity Conference on Real Estate for CIPS only. I welcome you all. Before we begin our program, I will allow each one of you to say 30 seconds, your name and contact information and which state or country you are. Please, we're going to start with Dana. Go ahead, Dana. Your mic is off. Turn on the mic. Okay.
All right. Hello, my name is Dana Gibson. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. I'm eXp Realty. And it's a pleasure being here today.
Thank you very much. We're going to go to Raquel Lavender.
Hello, everybody. Raquel Lavender. I am in Atlanta, Georgia. And I am a CIPS for the last 21 years. And let's see, what else? Oh, and I'm with Keller Williams Realty.
Thank you very much. Carolyn?
Yes, my name is Carol Ann Burnett. I'm here from Orlando, Florida, originally from Panama, Republic of Panama. My brokerage is Florida Realty Investment, and I'm a CIPS designee. And I'm here available whenever you need me. Thank you.
Thank you. Adele?
Hi, I'm Adele. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia as well. I'm one of the 2 CIPS instructors in Georgia here. And we do EB5 projects as well. Here we're doing a project now for $125 million here in Georgia, mixed use as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Adele? Sorry. Yes, you finished. Gina, your turn.
Aloha, everyone. Gina Duncan. I am from Hawaii, and I am the owner-broker of Fine Island Properties serving Maui and Oahu. And I am a CIPS. Aloha.
Thank you very much. Now, Andrea Capers.
My name is Andrea Capers. I'm a CIPS in Charleston, South Carolina. I've worked as a real estate agent for the last 18 and a half years. Nice to see everyone today.
Thank you very much. Now, I'm going to say Arlene.
Hey.
Hi, I am CIPS designee. I am in sunny Florida, Central Florida, Davenport, in the Disney area. I've lived here over 20 years. I've had my license 24, but doing it full time for the last 11 years. Originally from Jamaica.
Wonderful. Thank you. And now my friend Leslie, you just
Hi.
Please
Hi.
introduce yourself.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, wonderful. Yes, my name is Leslie Woods Hulse. I'm here from sunny Virginia. I am a CIPS in Virginia, and I am very grateful to be on here. And I also wanted to let everybody know that I am looking for a client for a rental property or a villa in Sicily. So there we are.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Leslie, for joining. And my name is Tahir. I'm a fellow Rules Institute of Canada and also CIPS, and also CIPS instructor approved by NAR. And also I'm an instructor at Real Estate Institute of Canada in across Canada, and also a small brokerage, it's Realty Inc., and I look after all my referral partners, CIPS around the world. And I thank you very much. So before I do presentation, I think we had it was a great honor for me to help work with Dana and Andrea to arrange a Ontario Real Estate Professional Ontario Real Estate Trade Mission on
That's something for you
day
coming.
11 and 14. Could you
It's
please
a
turn
little
off?
something. It's not.
Please turn off your mic for now. Okay, so I'm going to ask Dana and Andrea to share their experience because they were there. I will share videos, a little bit pictures later on. So I'm going to start with Dana.
Okay. It was a phenomenal experience. We went to 2 different parts of Canada. Went to Toronto and THUR's hometown, Wasaga. Am I pronouncing it right?
Yeah, Mrs.
Um,
Pare.
yeah, and so that was a great opportunity as well to not only see one part of Canada, but we were able to see 2. We met with the top developers and their phenomenal projects. It was definitely worth the investment. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and we networked with a lot of people. We had people come in from Florida, from Nigeria, Baltimore. So it was a variety of people that attended. So that was another way to expand my network even further. So it was definitely a worthwhile experience.
Thank you. I will share a small picture because as I mentioned that I wasn't able to do few things because I got a little challenge, but I will talk to you. So Andrea, what is your experience?
Yes, the trade mission was a really great experience. Everyone that attended really enjoyed themselves. We were able to hear from a lender in the area and the Real Estate Institute of Canada. So it was a really great experience.
Wonderful. I think my global partner from Nigeria, Tinubu, is here. So I'm going to let him speak for 1 minute. So before we do that,
Hello.
Can you introduce yourself, please? Okay. He has some problem.
How are you?
Good, wonderful. So Tricia,
Hello, how are you?
everything is fantastic, wonderful. Tricia,
Yeah.
you want to introduce yourself before I do the presentation about what happened in last 2-3 weeks? Tricia?
Yeah, actually, my name is Adine Tinubu. I'm a global real estate advisory, and I put forward to be like ambassador to my country, Nigeria, and other professionals in real estate in Nigeria that do networking outside the country. It was great experience for me to be part of the team that went on trade mission to Canada. I flew in from Washington, D.C. after completing our mission in D.C. We flew in back to Canada to attend the trade mission. And the trade mission was a great experience for me where I can be able to do a global networking, meeting new friends, channeling into an area which I've never experienced in my life, the Nigeria Fall, which is a great experience for me. I've never experienced in my life, believe me, and me seeing that in the first time is really moved my natural experience regarding to what kind of things God had brought to this life in Canada. So it was a great different things for me. Building up great networking with other real estate professionals in Canada was amazing. It's a thing we're still having every day, every day. We improve the way we do our transmission system when it comes to real estate. We improve the new technology in real estate, meet different kind of developers, experience the kind of buildings. So it was a pleasure to be part of the trade mission team down to Canada, Toronto. I love it, and I wish I should come on. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now, before we begin this, I'm going to ask Tricia, please introduce yourself, and then we will start the presentation. Then we'll talk in general.
Okay. Good morning. I'm Tricia Lehan. I'm from the greater Metro Phoenix area of Arizona, and I am a CIPS, very passionate about global real estate. You'll see on my background, actually, I'm chairing an event for the second year. We're hosting ARIA Phoenix, a luxury and commercial forum. Summit the 10th and 11th of October. I'd love for all of you to come.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think we have a new guest also. Barbara, are you there? Can you introduce yourself 30 seconds so we can start some information about our trade mission, Realtor Quest, and all that stuff? Barbara?
Hello. Let
Hi,
me see where I
Barbara.
am. How
Hey.
are you?
Fine. How are you? Please tell us about you and where are you located in the state, and you're a CIPS partner. Please introduce
Oh, I just
yourself.
popped in on that, huh? Barbara Ashley Jones. I am in Orlando, Florida. I am.
You're very blurry, Barbara. Very
I
blurry.
am.
Yeah.
Oh well, I don't know. I just popped in
Maybe
here. So let's
it's
see.
okay. It's okay. You're a
Yeah.
little bright on the back. It's okay.
Yes. Yeah, Orlando, Florida. I am with Premier Sotheby's here, and I have been doing global real estate for a number of years. I've been in the real estate industry for 28 years, and I have a strong connection with Canada, so I do a lot with my Canadians. I don't know where you were when I popped in, so I'm not sure what else you needed to know.
Okay, that's good enough. Thank you very much. So I'm going to do a small presentation. Then we open the discussion because there was a lot of presentation. I was a little bit have a little health challenge the last few days, so I was not able to compile the video, and that's why I screwed up the timing in the beginning. But I thank you all for forgiving me for that, and we will do small presentation, and then we quickly go through the pictures because there's lots of things. This trade mission really helped to connect our CIPS partners. They explore and learn the technology, construction, design, and opportunities for investors, and many things, and also enjoying, the visit to Niagara Falls. So I have a small video for one of our Adiana. She did that for us. So I'm just going to share that, and I'm working on the videos for the entire 3 days of program, plus Nigeria trade mission that we have a video. We're going to share some picture with you, and then later on we'll share the video with you. So allow me to share my screen with you in just a few minutes, and then we'll go back and continue our conversation. So let me put this. Okay, here we go. So we're going to slide. So this is our 39th consecutive monthly connectivity conference on real estate. And you believe it, for the last 39 months, we have met every month. It's a record. So global goal of Realty Coffee Talk is to create connectivity, increase awareness, building consumer confidence in real estate, and promote good ethics and business practices. So we have a power in our hand because we are CIPS and we are globally connected. We can benefit from each other's experience and knowledge, and we follow the CIPS as a designee of NAR, the Board of Ethics and Professional Standards. So I'm not going to spend too much time on that. This is my area. I'm not going to spend too much. And I just want to share with you the market's history. This was in March, and this is April. This is compared to 23, 24. If you can see here in 24, the average price of detached home is 1.4566, 1.466, and in 23 and to April is in March versus April is gone 100,000 up almost. So semis were in March 1.121 million, and now is 1.139. So it's about 10,000 increase there, semi price. And townhomes were 940,000. I'm talking about 416 and 905 area. as compared to 949. So there's a 9,000 increase there almost. Condo apartment average price was 700,000 in Treb, and now it's 728. So you can see there is a $28,000 increase in price versus this. So overall sale, an average price was 0 in 23 March, and whereas you have 1.8% increase in 24. And semi-detached average price is 3.1%, now is 0.3, so it's gone down a little bit. And townhomes 0.5. In March is minus 3.7, so there is no increase in April from March to April. And sale minus condo apartment minus 0.5, now is positive 0.6, so there is an increase there. And this gives you a summary. The biggest jump you can see from there, we have a sale transaction compared to April last year, minus 5.0. It was minus 4.5 in March. And in new listing, 15.1% in March. And now we have 47.2% increase listing. And active listing was 23.1%. Now we have 74.4%. Because of the mortgage rate, we have a presentation today from CIPS analysts that they're expected that maybe the Bank of Canada will reduce interest rate. So we have to see that. So average price was increased 1.3% compared to March last year. And now, if you look here, is 0.3. So is compared to April, it's not even 1% yet. So average list day on the market is increased 11.5. Last month was 5.3. And now average day property day on the market is 24, is 16.7%. So increase more longer time as compared to 7.4 last year. So this is a projection. I'm not going to bother because there's no change in projection that I have last year. So they're anticipating only Ontario I mentioned here. We're expected to sale transaction forecasting 12.6% increase as compared to 23 when it was a minus 12.4 and 7.4% increase in 25 because I'm located in Ontario. An average price forecast, Canada-wise, they're expecting 4.9% increase across Canada, and projection for 2025 is 7%. In Ontario, it is 2.4% increase this year, forecasted by Canadian Real Estate Association, whereas 25 they're expecting 7.2. So it is going up. Average price forecast for next year. So I want to share with you, Dana, Andrea, and myself, we did the Ontario Real Estate Trade Mission on 11 May to 13 May, and we really appreciate everybody's participation. So these are some highlights. Here is Vincent Chan. He is a Vice President of Tridel sales for the last 35 plus years. And this is Anita Zaman. She is CIPS and also FRI manager and broker for Tridel, the brokerage that works with Tridel. And this is the project we saw in Mississauga. So, and this is the picture. This is Vincent Chan with me. We were on Lake Ontario in a project in Mississauga. This is my friend here, partner, and this is a developer, and it's myself from Nigeria. So this is the video. I don't know whether you can see, you can hear the voice or not.
We cannot hear it. We can only see it.
I think something is, I think when you share it, it's just the music. This is the project we saw. This is the project in Mississauga. Sorry about that because I somehow the music was not turned on. I don't know why I didn't allow it, but it was a music. This is the group photo, our visit to Park Home Builders, and this is the team. This was everybody who participated there. This is a Nigerian trade mission where everybody was invited for the dinner, and everybody participated there. And really amazing get together, lots of participation by everybody. This is a presentation of the first day. Our sponsor for our BMO, Mr. Bade, for sponsoring our breakfast on the first day of the the trade mission. And this is Mr. Don Enio. He's CEO of Real Estate Europe Canada. And this is my friend Asadorian. She is the president of Mississauga Real Estate Board. They were present to do the presentation. And this is our trip that we went to that Tridal project in Mississauga. Then we walked to the lake view because this project is beautiful. So you can see all the group members who have participated there. And I'm not going to go through this because this is too much already discussed. And anyway, if anybody wants to watch this video, which I'm going to share, you can go to Realty Coffee Talk on my YouTube channel and subscribe that. And you're not going to see the video.
To learn more about real estate and mortgages.
Again, our next one will be 40th Global Connectivity Conference. It will be held on 27th June at 1 p.m. Thank you. Wow. Now you feel free to ask any question. I just want to give you a brief, is that when our delegate came in, we have a presentation in our hotel at Delta Marriott, opposite where the Winter Quest was. And we have sponsors who help us to take care of it. Dana and me have to share the cost of sponsoring the room there. And Mr. Bay from BMO paid for the breakfast. And the rest was a thank you for everyone who presented it. Special thanks to Tridal, Vincent Chan and Anita for hosting us and not only giving us a brief market update at our presentation, which I'm going to share the video with you very soon. I'm hoping that this weekend I feel better and then I'll put here with you. He did an amazing job. We went from our presentation in the morning and we went to the Tridal project in Toronto, where we have amazing presentation and tour of the facilities being constructed. And they gave us a very wonderful lunch. And also I want to thank Mumtaz and Mr. Musa, who work with my brokerage to tour around, so we didn't have to spend any money on transportation. So I think they deserve a,
That's a big deal.
It's a big deal because we have already cost.
Tahir,
Sorry,
you
go
mean
ahead.
one thing. You mean one thing that you missed out. We have to thank to Alaro Redebo too that give us a bright dinner. That everyone loved the dinner that we have during the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. It was amazing. So after second day, we had we went to Park Home Builders. I used to work with them as a consultant and also director, but I opened up my own company, so I separated. But I have a good relation with them. They're my client. And after that, we drove to Mississauga and we saw Trident project. I tell you, it's amazing. I have lots of videos. I wasn't feeling well for last few days, so I didn't get a chance to compile them, but they will be coming, I promise you, in the next 10 days, I will be posting it. There was a great experience in terms of learning and what is the potential in terms of construction technology enhancement, quality of service, and what they're producing is amazing opportunity for people to invest. So after they gave us a lunch there, beautiful, and a bag, and then we went to the tour of the lake. After that, we dropped everybody off to the hotel. And on 14th, trade mission from Nigeria came in, and Adiani Tenibo, he is my global partner there. Amazing dinner, and we end up more guests than we anticipated. So I want Mr. Tenibo to share your experience on that event that we invited 20 people, we have 35 people.
Wow.
You want to turn off your mic. Mike, you need to turn on your mic.
Yeah, thank you very much, Tari, for the opportunity giving me second time here. You know, actually, the dinner was amazing because our time budget is just to get 20 people. But we're looking at it, we realize that we can't hold 20 anymore. We have to expand more to accommodate them. But at the end of the day, everyone enjoy. We all do familiarity and exchange business cards. We plan for future business to come, and we enjoy that dinner night. So the dinner nights on our own part end in Nigeria, it was an history for us making it down to Canada to come and have a brighter connection with different real estate brokerage house and as well the CIPS designately that we have ever seen ourselves before. And it was a pleasant one that we have what they call a business community together that you build the real estate industry world in global world. Both Canada, US, and Nigeria we are one when it comes to professional services.
Yeah, I thank you very much for the delicious food, and I tell you one thing is very, very important for us to get to know each other, participate. If you're not able to make the trade mission, at least connect with it, because not only we are sharing our experience with each other, we are also personally meeting or talking to each other. The more you feel comfortable with each other, you build your chemistry, they become your partners, and you can depend on them or you can rely on them, and you can make referral to make the business. Idea is that you have a CIPS and we are all CIPS, and we connected by global is local. We are here for you. I'm here for you. Anybody's coming to Toronto or Ontario, I can help you and make a referral fee. And you can do the same thing. It's both way, and it's only happen is when you connect with people. So I have met Dana in our meeting in 2022, and now she came with a part of the trade mission. And I tell you, Dana, particularly Andrea, she took a big risk putting her own visa card for 10 people to join. And she took responsibility of people to book and special rate for 10 days, and I was concerned that she will be billed for everything. And I'm glad that everything worked out. She didn't mention anything, so I'm hoping that everything went very well. Dana, you know it? Your mic is off. You guys can leave the mic on now because we're talking general conversation. Please leave your mic on.
Yes, definitely hats off to Andrea. She definitely helped sponsor everything, and it was a vision that we spoke about in Charleston. And like he said, we both met him through his Connective Coffee Talk, and it was a vision in Charleston that we were looking at places to do a trade mission, and we spoke to THUR, And he said, yes, definitely. I would definitely be on board to do a trade mission to Canada. And we went from there. And it turned out well. It turned out well. Everybody is happy with the outcome.
Yeah, well, I'm going to share videos with you. I'm very promise you. I think I'm going to start making it, but I have to a doctor appointment this afternoon, and after that I'll know and what happens. But I will share with you. It's an amazing video that was taken by all people, especially Mumtaz from my brokerage. He did that. Amazing videos about, and you'll be amazed to see the project, what's happening here in Canada, Ontario, and also in Nigeria. There's a lot of presentation. So we will be doing a follow-up visits. We will be doing lots of conversation. Idea is one thing. I always tell everybody, please create one pager from your side. If I send you a buyer to buy the property, what do they have to do it in order to buy it? So educating your client is very important for me. So anybody who has signed my referral partnership, I'll be creating a small video with them, hopefully coming weeks, and not this week, but next week after that, because I am now promoting all partnership for each person I have signed. And I will be doing a video for each person and each area, and then we'll begin saying, I'll refer to them and they refer to me. So please share one pager. You can do two ways. You can share directly on my global CIPS partners, Realty Coffee Talk, or on the what they call Global Real Estate Professional Network on Facebook. When you talk about individual partnership, that is the individual one to you. So you can create directly on WhatsApp and send it to me directly, and I direct with you. It's extended. I have shared with everyone who wants to work with me. Please, if you are a member of Global Real Estate Professional Network or my global CIPS partners, please download, sign it, send it to me. Anything other than United States, I have to create separate one because each one has a different protocol. In Canada and US, we have the same protocol, so I standardize it. So anybody wants to say anything, please feel free to say it.
Yeah, I do actually. We in Virginia, well, actually in the whole U.S., we're having some changes happening in July, and today I'm going on to our Bright MLS to learn about what is going to be required for us come July. But certain requirements as far as the buyer brokerage agreement is concerned. So I can go ahead and update that and do a video and pass it by my broker to make sure I've got everything right. And, you know, from other countries, this is what we need to do in the state of Virginia to stay in compliance. So can anybody else share about what they're going on with their states because of these lawsuits that went through for, you know, from NAR?
Can you repeat again? Maybe I missed it. What laws are changing there?
Okay, so in Virginia, it's always been law that we have to have a buyer brokerage agreement set up before we show property. And I know there's a lot of states in the US that didn't have it. And so now come July, they have to. And if I'm doing a video explaining the buyer brokerage agreement or the buyer agreement, it has to be done before showing. That has to be done. And I can share that with the video with you so that when you send me people, you know, in order to keep in compliance, and then we can go from there. But what is done? What's happened in Canada? Are you under the same sort of requirements of NAR?
Okay, let me explain you. We have a new law. It's called TRESA, Trust in Real Estate Services Act, 2002. Okay. That requires that we used to have a customer service that has been eliminated. Now, either they retain the services of real estate professional or they are a self-represented party. They have no choice now. So
Oh, okay.
we have
Oh, wow.
Real Estate Council of Ontario, and they have issued it's called RICO Information Guide. It's a 13 pages. It is sent out to the buyer to explaining, that his working. We used to have a working with a realtor from our real estate association. We don't use them anymore. This RICO is 13 pages. Give them option and explain them why they need to work with a realtor. And if they choose not to work with it, they have to sign disclosure and acknowledgement that they don't want. They want to be a self-represented party. I have a 3-4 video on this topic on my Realty Coffee Talk. I just resigned yesterday from RICO because I have a Realty Coffee Talk and they come up with a new policy that if I am discussing something, because I'm a member of discipline committee and appeals committee, so I resigned. So I don't want
I think you froze.
can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Yeah.
So RICO come up with this policy for members of the committee. So
Right.
that I think potential has that I'm saying something that the people can perceive that I am representing RICO. I'm not representing RICO. So I decided to resign from the committee so I can be freely express myself as a host of Realty Coffee Talk. And
Right.
so now in Ontario, because we have provinces, each province has their own regulator. So they have guidelines. So now in Ontario, you don't show property, you cannot provide opinion, you cannot give advice, you cannot provide service which is showing unless you have a brokerage agreement. Now we have a brokerage representation, or you have the seller or buyer designated representation agreement. That means they specify a person who can be a part of, who can represent you, the buyer or the seller. And that means to avoid any multiple representation.
Right. Oh my goodness. Wow.
So Tarek, this is
If you want
Barbara.
to learn about it, go to Realty Coffee Talk. To my YouTube channel is YouTube @of Realty Coffee Talk, and this explains everything in detail. I have lots of episodes again. Yes.
Okay, I'll listen to it.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Yes, quickly, the buyer's brokers agreement here in the US that we are required now to use, it has been in place for years. However, some companies did use it and some choose not to. However, my company have been using it for a long time, so we are used to it. It hasn't really changed much. The only thing that has changed is that the buyer will be required to pay their agent their commission. Now, the way we are doing it, this is the way we are doing it. On our buyer's brokers agreement, we will put on there the percentage that we are required, that we're asking for the buyer to pay. However, we're still going to be negotiating with the seller.
That's right.
Agent, in order to see if the seller agent is going to pay part of that. Now, if the seller agent pays part of that, we negotiate that before the contract. And once they decide to, they agree to pay part of that, then the buyer is only responsible for the additional part to get to, if it's, say for instance, if it's 3%, the seller decides to pay 1%, then the buyer only comes up with 2%.
Right.
So we kind of match it out. But I think it's gonna all work out. Because the sellers need to sell their homes, and once they need to sell, they are going to agree to put something towards that. So it's gonna work out. The only other difference on that is that we used to put like a 0 on taking the buyer out. Now, instead of putting to zero and taking the buyer out, we have to charge them something because we can't work for free.
I think the
Exactly.
non-agreement, settlement agreement says that they were not going to put that on MLS before. We have a different guidelines here. This is between the relationship that you have as a buyer or seller, and you're providing a service, level of service, and that determines the compensation.
Right.
Now, on my schedule A, which I decided that I prorate that. Let's say if I'm charging 2.5%, if the seller give me 2%, I'll charge the buyer 0.5%. If they give me 1%, I charge 1.5%. So they want more clarity of relationship in terms of compensation. But this between buyer and seller or seller,
Right.
Sorry, between us, brokerage, and the seller or the buyer, what level of service they need. So we don't have any restriction in terms of the commission, who pays it. As long as you are providing a service that you are being paid, that's what it is.
That's correct,
Okay.
because I think in Canada, your buyers pay your commissions, and especially you go through the attorneys. In Canada, you all have to go through attorneys. Here in the US, we don't need to go through attorneys. At least in Florida, we don't need to go through attorneys. We
Right.
just go
Same
through
with
the title
Arizona.
companies. Right.
Right.
So,
It varies from state to state. Right.
so the date officially now in the US is August 19th. It's moved from June to August 19th.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So, Tahir, I would really like for you to share, and I think this is very interesting. What do you have to do in Ontario to get a real estate license, and how much does it cost you? And what is the timeline?
Okay, in Ontario, first of all, you have to be a local resident. That's number one. You have to be Canadian resident. And there is a website, it's called reco.on.ca. I'm going to share it in the chat box, so if you can see it.
Okay.
Let me see what happened. Where's the chat box? Where you go? Oh, here it is.
Okay.
Let me type it here. And that's a regulator website where you can go there and get the license. Cost, I would say, is around $3,000 to $4,000 to get your license, because there are before they used to do courses and 3 courses, and then you start the license, and then you get 3 courses through articulating period. Now they want you to do almost 5 courses before and 1 course is toward the end.
Wow.
Articulating period. So it costs you about $3,000 to $4,000 through Humber College. And if you go to reco.on.ca, it will tell you, click on it and you can go there. You can check the requirement of courses, all specified on that website.
Right.
Okay.
After that, you can join any brokerage. You're most welcome to join me. We're a small brokerage. I'm just saying it. So you can join the brokerage. They will apply for the RICO license. You have to join a brokerage. There are 3 types of brokerage. You have a self-brokerage. If you are a broker with more than 2 years of service, you can apply for a self-employed
Your own company.
Brokerage. You have a partnership, or then you have a corporation. So mostly people go with corporation because of liability issues. Anybody else? Is that?
Do you have to be mentored? I know in some provinces, it's significantly more money than that. And it's a minimum of 6 months to get to be able to get to write the exam. And then you have to be mentored for 6 months.
I think it will take, depending on the person, you need at least 2 months of training and studying. So I would say 6 to 10 months.
Okay.
Right.
So which I personally would love to see. I mean, in Arizona, you can go to school for 3 weeks, pay $675, and write your state exam. Of course, you have to write it at the school level and pass 2 or 3 times, but then you can become a realtor. I mean, I just think there should be more demand in education.
We have very strict policy because
I'm sure.
very strict policy. You have to pass 5 exams. First, a qualification exam. You have to meet certain basic qualification. Then you have these courses. Once you finish, you have to get yourself through a brokerage hired, and they submit the application. You have to have a police record check before they allow you, and everything has to be submitted. And then this RICO will approve it, disapprove it, or give you a comment. Once you're approved, your license, your provisional license go for 2 years. And after that, you become, if you pass the broker exam during this period and articulating period, then you become a broker, and you have to pay a little bit higher fee for that. We are very stringent. Today we have a RICO AGM. I was participating in AGM before we start our program. Amazing people, amazing organization. And they have done so much work the last 2 years since, particularly last year, since they implemented TRESA, Trust in Real Estate Service Act. So I think it's a great learning experience. Sharing this is important because we all learn from each other. This is very important. So we have
Tahir.
1 or 2 minutes. Anybody want to say anything before we close it? Go ahead.
In South Carolina, we have to have our provisional license for our salesperson license for like 5 years before we can even consider being, well, we call it broker in charge. You all call it broker of record. Is that do y'all have that time frame too? Do they have to be a salesperson for a certain amount of time before they become broker of record, or it's just whenever you want to take the test?
You must pass a broker exam. Once you become a broker, you can be appointed by a resolution of the corporation to be a broker of record. It has to be, broker is the one who become designated by the corporation to become a broker of record approved by Real Estate Council of Ontario, RICO. So that means you must pass the broker exam. These are competency courses that you have to do. There's only one exam.
Okay. Yeah, we have a broker exam as well, but we have to work in the field at least 5 years before we
That's
can
a
be
long
eligible.
time.
That's the same here. So I
Yeah.
did put in the chat, the Aria Phoenix chapter is hosting an inbound. We would love you to come, trade mission. We have Stephanie Aker from NAR coming. We have Sharon von Schoenberg is bringing a trade mission to here. There
Yeah.
might be an opportunity for you to come with Kriya. Kriya is going to be here. Aria Global is going to be here. It's going to be a 2 full-day event, and we're offering an early bird registration for $120 for the 2 full days, as well as I have a property manager here that is going to offer a discount to attendees of the event, October 10th and 11th. It's going to be amazing.
So I would recommend you that we can share a little bit on our network. Since this recording will be uploaded in a day or 2, you should share that on our WhatsApp group and also on our on our Global Real Estate Professional Network there.
I will as soon as we get our event right set up.
Wonderful.
But it's a great time to come to Arizona, October 10th and 11th. So
thank you. Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
Much. Thank you very much for you all coming. Anybody has to say anything? I think our time is up. So I would take this opportunity to thank you very much for attending. I really appreciate that. May God bless you all. May God bless all of you. Take care. Bye for now. We'll see you last Thursday of June at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you. Bye for now.
Thank you. Thank you so
Take
much.
care. Bye-bye.